Hi, I'm Cherie Krim, candidate for Panama City Beach, City Council, Ward 4. I'm running because I love our city. I have the experience and dedication to make a difference here. I believe our government should listen to and work for its people. I will be focusing on our community, our environment, and I will always be an advocate for transparency. On April 21st, vote for me, Cherie. My name is Cherie Krim, candidate for Panama City Beach, City Council, Ward 4. I approve this advertisement.
Well, hello. Hi. Happy Thanksgiving week. Super excited to be with you this week, especially because we know Thanksgiving is important, as well as supporting small businesses instead of going out there to the big retailers. Buy the small things, buy the things from our local places, and we will help support our community. So thank you guys so much for joining with me today. I am excited for a great episode this evening, as well as I'm so thankful for all of you for sending in your comments, your questions, the things that matter to you. And I know that working together, we're going to be the change that, well, we want to see. And the us versus them mentality that we have, our society has been stuck with for a really long time, it's going away. And it's time for us to move into this new paradigm and understand that we are here to work together. It's not us versus them. It's not Republicans versus Democrats. It's all of us working together. And as soon as we start acting that way, things are going to change. Just watch, because it is important that we work together. It is important that we get over this us versus them scenario. So, with that being said, I am super excited this week, Thanksgiving. So excited. I am smoking a turkey, so that's going to be an exciting time. I haven't done one of those before, so it's going to be exciting. So I want to start today with a link to the, well, I'm just going to give it to you here in a second. Let's see. I'm going to share my screen. And yeah, so you can't actually make this up. So local agencies bust alleged massage parlor sex workers. So that happened in our area. There were multiple places. It was a multi-agency, 6-month-long investigation. The Panama City Police Department announced the arrest of several people. They are working to dismantle the human trafficking operations in our area. You see, the FBI is actively looking into it as well, because all of our agencies are looking into it. It's something law enforcement is receiving a good bit of training in right now. Do you guys know, I think I've mentioned this before, but, when you, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to unshare, remove that right now. Northwest Florida, the panhandle of Florida, is number 1 in human trafficking in the entire state of Florida. Now, you probably saw other articles come out around saying the prostitution, because they arrested women for prostitution. In fact, they put their pictures out there. It was kind of absolutely not cool how it was done. And this is part of creating the right facts for our area. Yes, these women were prostituting themselves, but were they doing it under their own free will? That right there is the issue. Most of these women are not. And it absolutely, it matters what we put out in the media. It does. And it matters how these people are talked about. So I know that Nicole from Lavish Ministries has talked to the news stations, and we want to make sure that we're getting the right information out, because this was happening here in our area. Do you know what the signs are to look for human trafficking? Do you know what you're looking for? Do you care? That right there. All of the women that were arrested are not white. So the question is, do you care about them? Because they're not white. I don't So that's a really great question. Do we care about human trafficking victims no matter who they are? I would say yes, but knowing our area, I don't know. We have to own up that the fact of the matter is that there are men in our area that require sex. And I say it that way because why else would they be going to prostitutes? Let's stop it where it starts, with the John. There would be no reason to human traffic people and to do this if men could control, if the Johns did not need to go and visit these establishments. Yes, this is I have my fist because this topic is absolutely a big deal. If there wasn't demand from the male population, would we be here with all of the human trafficking that's going on in our area? That's the question. So watch out. There'll be more information. There's going to be training. The fact of the matter is that we have to own this. And until we do, it can keep happening. And I was so happy to see J.R. Telementez, who is the chief of police over on the beach. He has been an amazing person in all of this. And, go thank a first responder. And we'll talk about that here in a moment as well. So let's talk about some dates. So there's going to be a local legislative meeting over at the government building at 4 p.m. on November the 14th. So if you want to go, please, it will be a good time. I know I'm going to be there and I'm going to be making a statement because our legislative session works for all of us, not just for who they feel like working for. Our elected officials work for all of us. Then I have a question, and this one's a fun one, right? Griffiths, who has already put in his paperwork to run for Jay Trumbull's spot, hasn't released his seat yet. Don't you have to give up your elected position to go run for another higher up elected official? So that's a question that I'm going to be asking because it does matter. And then, let's not forget, there was an awesome special session. Thank you, Governor DeSantis, for wasting our money, for having a special session so that Florida can leave OSHA and that Florida can, I honestly, it's your body, your choice. I honestly, when it comes down to vaccinations, I believe in vaccinations. I've been vaccinated, but again, it is your body, your choice. Just like it's my body, my choice when it comes to me and anything health related to a woman's body. So let's make sure we keep that in line when we think about these things. It's not just about the vaccinations. It's about choice. And if we want pro-choice here in Florida for vaccinations, then we need to get women pro-choice and we need to stop trying to control women's bodies here in the state of Florida. All righty, Neil Dunn doesn't ever disappoint. I'm going to stop the screen and then I'm going to share another screen because this is why if we were good to each other, we wouldn't have these issues. And that's the hard part is I really want us to just be good to one another. And I'm going to put him all up on the screen for us to look at. Let me make sure I got the volume up and the video is going to be big.
I joined over 160 of my Republican colleagues in introducing a resolution nullifying President Joe Biden's unconstitutional vaccine mandate. The Biden administration's vaccination requirement will affect more than 80 million Americans and imposes $14,000 fines for persons who do not comply. This is unacceptable. I recommend getting the COVID-19 vaccine, but the decision should be between you and your doctor, not the federal government. Luckily, the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Fifth Circuit agreed and placed a hold on mandate enforcement. We don't know how long the hold will last, so it's imperative to keep fighting back against this unconstitutional power grab.
This bill is a good first step. I'm Neil Dunn, your doctor on the Hill.
Oh, Neil Dunn. Thank you. Thank you, Neil Dunn, for the unconstitutionalist. Yes, we're at an interesting time, whether you're in the state of Florida or across the United States. And I believe that we have to stop thinking of this as us versus them, as I've said many times, because it's not helping us. It isn't. And in fact, it's just harming us even more. So thank you, Neil Dunn. I would love us to work together and to stop, well, all the nasty talk across the board. We could be better to everyone, and I know we're going to get there. All right, Lynn Haven corruption. Oh, Lynn Haven. Local corruption is just something that is absolutely amazing. And watching it, seeing it, knowing all of it, and here we go. New indictment alleges Lynn Haven corruption began years before Hurricane Michael. You see, an indictment was handed down this last week by federal investigators alleging years of fraud by the former Lynn Haven mayor and local businessman. Past indictments detailed corruption charges that started after Hurricane Michael, but this week's indictment shows a pattern of corruption that started in 2015. The indictment from the United States District Court for the Northern District of Florida details the relationship between Margot Deal Anderson and James Finch, accusing the two of fraud and telling investigators false information. You know, in page 58, second superseding indictment, Finch is accused of paying for multiple trips to Biloxi and Key West for Anderson and her husband. The indictment also alleges Anderson would push for Finch's businesses to get bids with the city. It says Anderson and Barnes would vote in favor of Finch's bids or plans. All of these accusations took place before and after Hurricane Michael. Does it really shock you? We know, and all you have to do is go back and do public records. We know what businesses have been getting all of the government contracts. All the big government buildings have been done by the same people. Pay attention. And how many of those have been over the amount they originally said they were going to do? I think all of them. It's kind of interesting. Being an economics business person, seeing these contracts and knowing what these people are getting away with is just shocking to me, because I just don't understand how we can let this happen. So let's talk about corruption. And if we want to show some not so nice things, we actually have all of this corruption isn't being done by Democrats. It's the honest truth. Are these elected officials not Republicans? They are. And in fact, the Republican Party has most of their pictures on their website now. So these people who are being investigated now, of course, Margot's already gone, but the people that are being investigated still, they have their pictures on the Republican website. So we have to pay attention to what they do, not what they say, because they don't say what they're going to do the way that they should. And that's how they've hidden things so long here in this area. And unless you're sitting there looking for it, they're not going to show it to you, right? That's not their goal, right? That's not who they are. They're here to show you what they want to show you. This is why community environment and transparency. We have a lack of transparency here in Bay County, 100% lack of transparency. If you go up and ask a city council a question, shouldn't you get a response of some sort? You would think so, but that's not the way it always happens. So, last Thursday, Arnold High School had a car that caught on fire. So has anybody ever been in a soft lockdown in a high school? Something that happens, well, more than we probably want to think about. So I was at Arnold High School. We had just gotten outside to eat our lunch. And a woman comes on and she starts screaming, "Soft lockdown, get inside." So I'm just being as calm because, well, if it was something really emergency, they would have said the hard lock. They would have had the other words. So I'm just going, and we're getting up calm. I've never seen children move so fast. They were running and crying to get inside because they had no idea what was going on. Because you know what happened also last week at Arnold High School? The soap dispenser was put on fire as a TikTok challenge. As we sat there for an hour trying to figure out what was going on, thank you all of the children in Arnold that have Discord in every way you were able to find the picture of the car so that we knew what was going on. Because as you're sitting there and you don't know what's going on, it's not something that's fun. And I have to tell you, I don't wish to ever go through that again. But I also know that this isn't what our children should be going through twice in 1 week. I know we can be better. And love, kindness, respect is part of that. Now, I did get to also see one of the big bullies also. So that's always a good thing. And don't forget, bullies are everywhere, and we allow them within our Bay District schools. And I say that 100%, Bill Husfeld, listen to me. You allow discrimination. You allow bullies. Oh, I said it out loud. Yes, I did. What happens within our schools isn't inclusive. We want to maybe pretend like it is, but it isn't. We have to change, and we have to stop this us versus them. Again, back to the same point. It keeps leading us into these paths that are not going to get us where we need to go. So, goodness gracious, mentoring, soft lockdown. Did you know? Holy crap. That was quite fun for all of that. All right. I mentioned first responders, and this is so cool. So on Friday last week, the Chamber of Commerce does an entire luncheon for first responders. So the police, the fire, the EMTs to come out and to be recognized. I got to meet the most amazing people who I know care immensely about our community. And I will tell you, when I say working with our police is amazing, our police are here to work with us. We're not, I know Brunecki said, his comment about the defunding of the police when he did his 9/11 speech. That's not where we are in Bay County. What we are doing here is we're creating a police force that works for everyone and works with people. Because really, do you need a police officer to go out when you're having a mental health breakdown? Is that police officer really trained to be able to help you with that? Or should you have somebody who can come out and assist you? See, that's right there. I believe, and I've said this everywhere, and I would have made this happen if I was over in Panama City Beach City Council. I believe all of our police, fire, and EMTs deserve humongous raises. Why should anyone who is protecting us make less money than somebody running a restaurant in our town? These men and women are putting their lives on the line for us, and it does matter. Some cities may not have the police force we have, but I know we work well, and I know that we will continue to work well with our police force. And if you want to next year sponsor a table and invite certain first responders, it's absolutely a possibility. And we've got lots of sponsorship opportunities and money to be spent. So think about it for next year, and thank a first responder. Thank a first responder. Thank your police, your fire, your EMT. All right. So let's go check some finances and see who else we have who has put in their paperwork to run. So let's go to Bay County first. Let's just do the Mark Anderson. So let's go in our Municipal Super Tuesday. I already have it pulled up. All right. So the same people. So we've got a candidate for Mexico Beach Council Group 4. We've got Mexico Beach Group 5, Springfield Mayor, and Springfield Commissioner Ward 3. So we have all of these people that have put in. So nobody for the beach yet. So we know beach is Ward 3 and 4, or sorry, 1 and 3 is up over on the beach. So let's go ahead and we're going to stop sharing that. So that is all of there. Let's go into the next one, because this one I want to see. I don't think the information is there yet. There we go. Yeah, I already think I've got Brian up. There we go. Looking at who's put in their paperwork. There we go. 2022 election. And so we'll scroll down. So we've got against Matt Gaetz, we have quite a few people. All right. So here again, it's just Neil Dunn, Mark Christopher Garrett, Aaron Frank Rutherford, and Karen Stripling running for Neil Dunn. All right. So we'll go down. Governor. Oh my goodness. Look at all these people running for governor. And Ron DeSantis has his paperwork in now running for governor. So he's there. And Nikki Fried and all of the great people. Attorney General, and then Chief Financial Officer, Commissioner of Agriculture, State Attorney, State Senator George Gaynor still has his in there. And then we have down in State Representative, again, Phil Griffiths. He has his paperwork in. He has filed. Why? Petition signatures. So he only had to get 599. That's interesting. He's running in our area, but he got most of his, he got 233 verified from Pasco County. And what's up with Pinellas County? That's freaking weird. So I don't know. That's crappy. All right, let's go over here. Let's see what do we have over here for Brian Cloudis petition signatures. Yeah, he's already gotten 627, so he's already gotten all of his signatures. Interesting. Campaign finance, of course, we still have the same information. He has made 22,000 in contributions and expended 20,000. But again, there's some hidden really weird stuff here. Like, I don't understand why. Honestly, he's paying himself back right here. I mean, you've got this right here. That's a lot. And then another reimbursement. I mean, we got marketing, we got event. I mean, is he trying to make money off of this? Where is the Spring Hill Suites? Like, where is it? Wow. Interesting. So, good times, everyone. There is lots of greatness going on, and it's only going to get faster and quicker. And yes, so speaking of elections, I have a master list that I have out here. And looking at local races, I think I've mentioned this before. We got Callaway, Mexico Beach, Panama City Beach, and Springfield. So we've got those elections. Then, of course, we've got Marco Rubio's spot. We have Neil Dunn's spot. We have Governor DeSantis, Lieutenant Governor, CFO, Attorney General, Commissioner of Agriculture, your state rep, your state senate. Oh my goodness, there's so much. Judicial circuit, county commission, school board. Now, us versus them. It is absolutely 100% ridiculous. So I'm going to look at something I wasn't planning. This is something brand new that I'm going to pull up because this is just insane. I forgot about this. Pull it up. There we go. All right. Scroll down here and see if I can find it. How far away is it? How far down? All right. So this is, yeah. So, holy crap. This is literally what our page did. Wanted Bay County Republican to run for school board in District 3. In August, Democrat school board member Pam Chapman voted to mandate masks in Bay schools. Then, earlier this year, her organization, the LGBTQ Center of Bay County, pushed to get critical race theory style training for Bay District school employees. The LGBTQ president, Cindy Garner, is an anti-Christian bigot who has publicly slandered Bay County Republicans in the past. So let's just be clear here. And I'm going to let's just be clear here. I really want to be clear here. Diversity and inclusion training is not CRT training. And if you really think that just blows my mind. If you really think that having teachers learn how to be inclusive and to work with their students, that's a problem. But the problem also is like the whole thing is full of lies. And I just cannot stand the amount of fake and the lies, right? And then we also have with the stakes this high, the Bay County GOP is looking for candidates to run for this important position. Also, here's the thing. Why? This is a nonpartisan. Let me go back here. This is a nonpartisan position. This is inappropriate by far, but I understand that we all want our party to win and that we feel the need to do this. And it just absolutely makes me sad that, first of all, lie. Okay. Diversity inclusion training is not critical race theory. And if you don't know what critical race theory is, buy the book and read it, because it's not what people are saying it is. And I want us to just elect good people who are really doing the job for the children. And Pam Chapman is, and I believe that Brenda is. I mean, there's so many good people, yes, on the school board who are trying to do the right thing. But just because you don't want a Democrat in a nonpartisan race, that's the point. That's why it's nonpartisan, because it shouldn't matter. Why do we have to make it all matter? Why do we have to go down this path? This hate, this us versus them. Bay County, let's elect good people. Let's elect honest people. And let's remember, I think almost every person who has been indicted so far has been a Republican in these corruption charges. I know for sure Margot was a Republican, but I know that doesn't matter because we have good people and bad people on both sides. So again, back to the us versus them. We want to blame somebody. Why? And why wouldn't we want to keep a good person in office who has done a really good job? Because she's a Democrat and because you don't like her opinion? Oh, we can be better here, Bay County. And I'm so excited to have been here with you this evening. Let's not forget, it is Thanksgiving. So give thanks. Go out, say thank you to first responders. And as a quick recap on Kindness Day, which was November 13th, many lucky pennies were put out, as well as notes and some other things happened. And then today, kindness just came about again. And guess what happened? I was at McDonald's. The person 2 cars ahead of me paid for 3 cars. And so I paid for the next car. All of us started paying for the next car. That happened today at the Callaway McDonald's. That's kind of really cool. And people, kindness, love, respect. It's not us versus them. It's all of us being kind to each other, because kindness does matter. So thank you guys. I hope you have a great weekend, and make sure to go to your local small businesses this weekend. Small Business Saturday is a big thing, but if you want to go on Friday too, believe me, everybody will be open. And our small businesses here are what keep the money here in our area. The small businesses go and then buy more things within our area. So that's why it's important to buy small. And don't forget, farmers markets are out there as well. There's going to be lots of businesses out there. Go spend locally. Spend your money locally and help your community, because that's what matters, and kindness matters. And I'm so excited for Thanksgiving, and I hope you guys have a great one. And I thank you so much for tuning in. And I'm extra excited for the next broadcast. And then we will get to the holidays before you know it. And we will already be at Christmas. So if anybody wants to run for anything, email me, shariforpcb@gmail.com. Follow me on Facebook. It does matter who we get elected. And it doesn't matter what party you're in. We have to get good people elected. But the problem right now that we're having is the us versus them. And we don't have to be there. Bay County, all of us working together is how we're going to go forward and build this most amazing town back. So thank you guys. Have a great holiday, and I look forward to helping you. And again, I will be putting a picture of this out there of all the different elections that we're having next year, because, hey, if you want to run for something, especially in the April election, it's time to get started. And I'm here to help you too if you want to do it. So have a great, happy weekend. Happy Thanksgiving. And I will talk to you guys in a couple weeks. Bye.